Hey everyone, this is the Brain HQ site, which, if you saw Todd Sampson's documentary on the ABC, if you're in America or somewhere else, ABC is one of our TV channels here. There's a documentary called Reprogram My Brain with Todd Sampson, and I really liked him from his work on the Gruen transfer. And seeing the documentary, I thought it was a really great documentary, and seeing how much he could actually improve his thinking, his creativity, his memory. I mean, remember, after 1 month of training, this guy was able to memorize an entire deck of cards. And actually, I think he got ranked in the world as 57th best in the world at card memorization. That's after 1 month. I think that's pretty awesome. So anytime there's a way to improve my brain or my thinking, and it's a proven way, and you can actually see the results, I'm all in. So this is a site. You can see the website up here. It's brainhq.somepositescience.com. Now, there's a paid option and a free option. And from memory, if you don't pay, you get to take two tests. One is a categorization, and the one that I'll show you now is the attentional blink. And it will grade you and show you how you compare to other people. It gives you a score as a percentile. So you can see here, I just took the categorization test and I'm the 98th percentile, which I'm quite happy with, obviously. And that's where it can stop. I think you can come back and take the test again the next day. If you pay, and I decided to pay because I wanted to see what other tests they have, there's a whole lot of other tests as well, which I can show you in a sec. But these aren't the only two tests, is what I'm trying to say. So you can see it's measured my progress 6 days ago. And then what happened here was I found that test to be quite stressful. It was a speed test. And when you make one mistake, in my case, I get really sort of freaked out and made a few mistakes in a row. So it went from really awesome to maybe not so great to super awesome, and the one I just took, which was, it's still good, right? And you can see how much Todd improved after just 1 month of training. So I'll click continue here. Now this one, if you saw the documentary, it's going to show you a stream of letters, and hidden in that stream will be two numbers, and you've got to try and see the number. The better you get, the faster the stream will become. So, as I said, it's like a gym for your brain. So I'm just going to click start. You can see. So you see a 5 there, and then a 3. It's obviously starting off at a nice gentle pace. And then all you have to do is click. This is a demonstration, so it will show you. It will say the first one was 5, second one was 3. It goes cool. You know what to do, and now we actually start for real. So see if you can keep up. So I see 3 and 6. And as the computer detects that you're able to do it, it will become faster and faster. So I see 5 and 3. Let's see if you can pick them. Ooh, I'm not sure on that one. Yep, got that one wrong. What the system also is good at, it keeps a track of your score, and if it knows you've done really well, it will start it harder, which is why, at least to my thinking, this is quite fast to start with. On the other hand, if it sees you're not doing so well, it will start you at a more gentle pace. So it kind of adjusts to how you're doing, which is helpful to make you feel like not a complete failure, right? It's really good for building focus and attention as well. One thing I think we're all suffering from at the moment is short attention spans. So how are you doing so far? As I said, this is one of a battery of tests you can take if you take the paid option. The free option is good fun as well. So much fun I decided to pay, obviously. The different activities train different aspects of your brain. So it's not like there's a whole bunch of activities and they're all supposed to do the same thing. For example, there's one to do with driving, which I think a lot of people should take. But I'll show you in a sec. I'll just finish this test. So most of you, I think all of you, should be able to access this one for free. And I think as long as you put your email in, it'll be able to track your score for you, your progress. So you should be able to take it more than once. I think kids would love this too. And I would not be surprised at all if you find kids are great at this, much better than older people. If only because with things like video games, they're trained to be able to see these sorts of things. At least in this test. There are some tests where I think the kids will really be not so good at, and I'll show you again after this. But this one is like one of those games where you have to spring up quickly, shoot the bad guys, and not shoot the good guys. And it only gives you a split second to make that decision. That's what this reminded me of, at least. Yeah, and that was a game. I wasn't really shooting people, just to clarify. And you can see it's getting pretty quick now. At least I think so. You might be going, this is so easy. How can you not get all of them right? And it's not at all unusual if you take the paid option and different activities train different areas of your brain. It's not unusual to get a good score in one area and a not so good score in another area. That's actually kind of the point, right? Shows you the areas you do need to train. So up here, 5 questions to go. And then it will show you your result and sort of score you and tell you how you did. Which I've always liked, getting scores and knowing how I'm doing relative to other people. Some people hate it. I think it's a good way of going, okay, this is where I am, and if I want to improve, I'm going to have to train. Some people will go, oh, it's not good for your self-esteem, whatever. No. Competition's a good thing. Too much is bad, but too much of anything is bad, right? So there you go. Actually, that's my best score ever, so I'm quite happy with that. Still not quite matching it with Todd's best, but I haven't trained for a month, Todd, so there. So that was his original. That was his best after a month. And you can see 6 days ago, I was in the 85th percentile. 2 days, 90. A day ago, basically 90%. And just now 93. Woohoo! So I've got 7 more to go. I seem to be a bit better at the categorization than the intentional blink, but hell, 93% still pretty good. Then you hit continue, and it gives you your combined score, 94th percentile. So my brain is in the top 6%, at least according to today. And you can just see here. So to get access to the other activities, which I'll show you in a sec, 14 a month or 96 a year. I took the year option. I believe if you subscribe, you may be able to send a subscription to someone else for free. I'm not sure about that, but basically, look, you've got to pay for some of the other activities. These 2 you get for free. So the categorization, which I didn't show you, the one we just did is attentional blink, and it keeps a track of it for you, right? What I'll show you quickly is if you do pay, take the paid option. As I said, it shows you your progress. So I've done 104 levels. Each level you get up to 5 stars, so this is just showing me how many stars I've earned. I'm not sure what the cards are, but it's just kind of a fun way of keeping your progress. It sounds a bit juvenile, but you'll be strange. I was surprised how addictive it is trying to get more and more stars, right? My progress, so here you go. The 6 areas you can train: attention, brain speed, memory, people skills, intelligence, navigation. You can see the percentile I've ranked in each. This also shows you the amount of improvement I've made during my training. So, for example, I did really badly, and this surprised me, really badly at the people skills section to start with, but I'm now in the 93rd percentile. You can see how much of an improvement I've made, which is great. These are the amount of activities you've done. Those are the stars, as I said, you can take. It also shows you how much training you've done per day in terms of how many minutes. And here's an interesting part here. So here are the different sort of areas. If I go back to here, you can see that's recognition. This is people skills. navigation, intelligence, blah, 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 blah. But if you go to view performance, now the darker the green, the better you've done. If it's red, it's not so good. But you can see here, this is showing best performance. If I click that, it now goes to my initial performance, which is called baseline. And you can see again here, the people scores, I sucked, like 15th and 20th, which was surprising, as I said, to me. But I trained a bit, and you can see now those are up there. They're still not quite as good as here. For example, here, I had a really solid score here to start with. There's no difference between really my baseline and my final score. So you'll find there are areas of your thinking, areas of your brain that are great, and some that are not so great. And you just go to work on the areas that aren't so great. I'll show you some of the other activities quickly as well. And again, these ones you can only access if you're paid. But let's say to do list training. Let's have a look at this. So I'll show you a couple of quick ones. And it also tells you what the area, what this activity will work on. Okay, so this one.
You need the plant, and after that, find the rope, and then grab the bucket, and then the bag.
So plant, rope, bucket, bag. So you can see this one's obviously working on your memory.
Board, and after that, you need the...
I'll cancel out of that, and it makes it harder and harder as well. And there's also ones which are interesting called challenges. Let me just go back to here, my profile, my progress. How do I get to challenges? Challenges are, you can see there's Todd's challenge here, for example. Will give you a few different activities and you work through them and then you get to compare your score. You can see here at the moment someone's high scoring was 68. I haven't finished this challenge yet. But there are other challenges as well, and this is what I want to show you. So, for example, be my best at sports and games. These are the ones that will help with that. Hearing in a crowded room, and this is an interesting one, driving with confidence. So, let's say you want to improve your driving skills, you take this challenge, and it will walk you through the brain activities that will make you better at driving. You can see efficiency, maximize my alertness, building skills for social situations. That's interesting. Then there's some really interesting ones as well. For example, brain injury survivor. If you saw the documentary, there was someone who had a stroke and basically needed to relearn how to do all the basic tasks such as walking. And she said the last thing she was able to, I think, remaster was walking up and down steps. So these sorts of activities can really, really help people who have an actual brain injury, or you can see I think there was one up here called chemo brain. So look, you can take the free option and it's great fun, and you get to see what Todd went through for a little investment of whatever it was, 14 a month or 96 for the year. You get to seriously train your brain, and it does. You get to see your progress, and it does actually make a big difference. So check it out. Because I know a few of you love the documentary, so why not at least check out the free option and see how it goes. And you can see if you can beat my score. What was it? 94th percentile for that Todd's challenge. So let me know. And hope you enjoyed it. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.